We're looking around. We were gonna get down in there, but there's just too much snow still. You don't realize how much snow is actually still in here until you get into the woods a little bit. So we're gonna stick closer up toward the field where there's not quite as much snow. I don't know how this video is really gonna turn out. My GoPro died, so I'm using my iPhone to video this, but I've walked about 2.25 miles this morning. I'm pretty whooped. I'm getting in shed hunting shape here. But I came across a spot in the snow with coyote tracks and fox tracks and blood all over the place. And look down here, we got a dead deer. The tiniest little deer. I mean, it's amazing that it made it as long as it did. I think this thing is tiny. Look at the little head on it. Little doe fawn. Boy, just the tiniest little deer you can imagine. Look at the little hoofs on it. Coyotes and fox, fishers, everything's been eating on it down in here. But no luck in the shed department yet. Man, I've really put on a lot of miles, a lot of walking this morning, and so far all for none. We'll keep going. Okay, everybody, so I'm just getting ready to head back, and I'm going across Brian's field right here. The house is right there, and I see something that looks an awful lot like an antler over here. Sure is. And that's exactly the one we're looking for. Unbelievable. I've driven right by this thing multiple times. It's pretty bleached. That was actually a buck that Kaylee was looking to kill. She'd hunt him in that stand right there during muzzleloader, and he's coming out in that food plot out there quite a bit. But I was thinking his shed was going to be over in there somewhere, but here it's right here in this field. I've driven right up this hedgerow just the other day. I drove right by it. Unreal. But here it is. I just walked almost 3 miles around in the woods, and here this stinking thing was laying right out in the middle of the field. The other one's around here somewhere, but I'll get a few pictures for Instagram, and we'll pick her up on video for you. Pick it up here. There it is. Boy, that thing's got a lot of mass for an awful lot of mass. Got something goofy going on right here, right at the base. I don't know if you can see that. Looks like a little. The other one's out here somewhere, hopefully. See if we can find. Okay, everybody, we're back out here in the afternoon. I went to Grandma's and got some lunch, a few cups of coffee, fueled back up, and we're back after it. Got a camera all charged up here. So this morning was a really good morning. I mean, boy, I really put on a few miles. We only found one shed, and it happened to be right out in the middle of the field, but that shed that we found was one that I was looking for. I'm kind of limited on where I'm looking right now. I'm getting into the south-facing slopes because in the pines there's still a lot of snow in the background, if you can't tell there. So I'm just looking where there's not much snow. But we're back over here in the Bully 7 territory by the hidden field. We're going to see if we can't match him up. There's a few other bucks that were over here too that I'd like to find, so we're gonna get back after it here and see what we can find. I got this new little 22 LCP, this sweet little Ruger. I don't know how good you can see that. It's a little 22. Super handy little pistol to carry with you, especially for trapping or whatnot. I did see a woodchuck downtown today, so if any woodchucks come out, we'll sneak up to the hole and plug one in the head. Just beautiful out here though. This is what it's all about. You know, you sit in the house all winter waiting for days like this to get out and walk around and enjoy being outside. This is just beautiful. It's 50 degrees, sunny, little breeze. Doesn't get much better than this. I'm down here next to the creek and I just found this really interesting stone here, all covered in moss, but you can see in the top it almost looks like it's been I don't know how good the depth perception is in the camera, but it almost looks like this has been rubbed out by Native Americans or something. And then it's really funny, when I came over and took a closer look at it, if you look in the side of it, let me pull this stuff out of the way, it's got a hole in the side of the rock. Like it's actually pretty, it's kind of odd. It doesn't really seem like it's natural at all. Huh. That is really, really an intriguing rock. That's something else. If that rock could tell stories, I think it might have some pretty interesting stories to tell. If you guys think you have any ideas what that is, comment below. I'd be interested in seeing what you have to say. They call those mortar stones that the Indians used to use to grind things on or what, but that's really interesting. See if we can find some more sheds. I'm right here in the field behind the house. The house is right there, and I videotaped that big brow tine buck come across this field every night with like 5 other bucks. And I'll show you what my view is right now. I've just been zigzagging this entire field up because I know when these bucks get out across this field, a lot of times they run. Well, if you look right up here, I see something that looks a lot like a horn right there. Might be one side to our buck. It is not the buck that I was looking for, but it's a nice one. It's actually one of the bucks that was always with the buck that we're looking for. So awesome shed either way. I don't see the other one laying here close anywhere, but sweet. Boy, we've had a good day today. This is number 11. Found 2 pretty darn good ones today. Both of them, after all that walking, the ones I find are from the gator. But that just shows you these big fields. They like running across them. We're gonna have to really look close for the other ones out here. I'll get a picture for Snapchat and then Snapchat and Instagram, and then okay, let's pick this bad boy up. There it is. Yeah, I got lots of footage of this buck out back this summer too. I know this one pretty well. Good deal. Let's see if we can find some more. Okay, everybody. So now I'm over across the road from where I found that last shed, and I'm just grid searching this whole entire field. I'll show you my Onyx maps here. I track everywhere I go, so I know where I've looked and where I haven't. The hunting shanty's right there in the hedgerow, and the food plots are right over here. And right out here in the very middle of the field, we just matched up, and right here, I just matched up 8-point from earlier on this year. I found the other one right in that middle food plot. His other antler was. I found that one 3 or 4 weeks, actually it was like the end of December, so I found him quite a while ago, the other side, but I'll wait to pick this one up. We'll take a picture for Instagram. I'm having a banner day here on the Gator. Okay, let's go ahead and pick them up. There it is. We got his other side at the house, so I'll show you that when we get back. Absolutely awesome. We're doing really good here. See if we can find some more. Well, I just dove down into the woods a little bit, and looks like we had a dead button buck or a tiny little spike. Well, I can tell you if it was a spike or a button buck here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was a spike. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Little spike. 1.5 years old. Very dead now. I had the whole top portion of this big pine tree come break right off just recently. Look at all the sap running out of it. This will make some good cover for the big bucks. Well, here's a dead deer. Big old doe. There's the jaw right there. It's a mature deer. Wonder how she met her maker. Fox or coyote crap right here next to it. They've been chewing on her. I don't know, either way she's very dead. Let's look for some antlers instead here. Here's a old tree stand that my brother and dad built back when I must have been no older than probably 8 or 9. I remember coming down in here with them and when they were building this. So that would be an awful long time ago. Almost 20 years ago now. Hard to believe. It shows it's got some age to it. It's in a good spot down here, right down here in the swamp bottom. You have a hardwood ridge right here. I don't know if Bonnie ever had any luck out of it, but hopefully we can find a shed or two somewhere around here. There's an old posted sign board there. I got this little 22. Let's see how it shoots. Haven't actually shot at a target yet, so this will be interesting. I got some crappy 22s here that didn't want to go off on me. You can see it, the hammer's hitting them there. I don't even know how old these 22 shells are. I got them out of the bottom of my gun cabinet from probably when I was 12 years old. Let's take a look at the sign here and see where the rounds that did go off hit. Oh, not too bad. 4, 5, 6 of them. And I had 3 didn't go off, so that means I never missed. So you'll be in trouble if whatever I'm shooting at's in trouble, as long as the gun goes off. Well, I killed 2 birds with 1 stone today shed hunting. I was able to pick up all these posted signs before Carl comes and cakes them with shit, so good deal. We're gonna walk down in here, walk this fence line, and see if we can't scoop any more sheds up. There's still a little too much snow down in here, but here comes some honkers. Heading into the swamp. I've come across a lot of trees that came down this winter. Make for some good firewood right there. That right there is the kind of stuff you love to see shed hunting. Big giant trail. Zeroes down into some nasty stuff like that with a log over top and logs underneath and brush everywhere. You're bound to find a shed in areas like that, but the issue is you yourself getting through there, so let's get through there and see if we can find anything. That is a wild looking tree right there. Looks like a drill bit. Looks like someone took the top of the tree and twisted it. Pretty cool. Okay, so we've been walking and walking and walking and walking, and finally came across a little shed here. You can see next to this old logging road here where the deer had been scraping down to the bottom in the snow, and right here lies a tiny little shed. I was just coming right up through here and walked right onto it, otherwise that would have been a tough one to see. So that's number 12, and I found 4 today, so I'm having a heck of a good day here. Get one on here for Instagram. Let's pick it up. This little guy, he's got something kind of goofy going on at the end there. Kind of a nub. Maybe we'll stumble across a few more. Okay, everybody, we're gonna wrap today's shed hunt up with 4 sheds. And this is one that I was really looking for. This is nice heavy 8-point that had a growth on his face during the season, but growth ended up going away, so he's gonna be a good deer next year. this one actually matches, makes a match for us. So I finally got a match set right here. I found this one about a month ago. Matched him up. So that's the first match of the year. But overall, we had an awesome shed hunt, and we went 8.5 miles, and my legs feel it. I'll show you the Onyx. I track everywhere I go on Onyx maps here, and let's see. That's just a sneak peek. Obviously, a lot of the field where I'm going back and forth through the fields is my gator, but the rest of that, everything in the woods is all walking. And that's really cool because I can obviously know where I've already been. So, you know, if I've gone all this way and I still haven't found, you know, the horns that I'm looking for, I can start filling all those holes in my track there. But so far, we're at 13 sheds on the year, and we're kicking butt. I'm gonna get back after tomorrow after work, and thanks for watching, everybody.